Hello, hello. Welcome to the Bold Trail Academy today. Today we're going to cover smart campaigns and email on the platform. Before we get started, I want to recognize John Olson. He's usually sitting here shotgun with me, but he is joining me from home today via Zoom. And next to me here, I have Angel. Angel, you're a real estate angel
Yes, hi.
joining me here. Angel, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. For those that don't know me, I'm Angel Chapman Thomas. I'm here with our New Vision brokered by eXp Group with Steve Hillier and Alex Dyer. So good morning and thank you for joining. This is going to be a fun ride today. So buckle down and here we go.
Yeah, so Angel was in some of the very first classes that I started doing 3 years ago.
Yes.
And I will say, Angel, this first couple classes were kind of an eye opener for you.
Absolutely.
And use that. There we go. So, and now today, Angel's become very proficient with the platform. And how's your production?
It's turned out to be very well, especially for 24. I did better than expected. So it was nice to see that how KV Core can actually work for everyone, especially when you start to dig your heels down and see the opportunities that it has for you. Everyone has a different way of doing things, but it has all these tools that can actually help you navigate to build your business to be better for 25 and beyond.
Yeah, so Angel's got serious traction with it, and that's one of the reasons I have her here today, because she was there in the beginning of this whole journey that we've been on, and she is a testament to how well it works when you stick to it. She did come to me here this just yesterday and said, "Hey, Alex, I really want to sit down and take my KV Core to the next level. Let's go and evaluate where I am and see where I can go with it." So we have that meeting coming up next week.
Absolutely.
All right, before we jump into today's topic, I want to go to the school platform and the 12-week challenge. I have the first 6 weeks of this series on the Bold Trail Academy in the school platform. And I'm getting quite a few views on it. I'm looking at my view count on it, and I'm getting some good traction with this. I'm getting good phone calls coming in. And I just want to highlight that you can get those classes there. So there's a QR code. If you're not on the Bold Trail Academy, you can scan that QR code. You do have to register. You can't just get direct access. There's a registration that goes into it. But I've looked at several different ways to be able to organize this content. I just feel that through the school platform, that's really the best way. So you can go to the school platform. The members, I can put an invite link. I'll put that in the comments. But please join the school platform. And I'm at 89 members. I really want to get to 100. So if everyone on this call in this room can go out there and invite a couple of agents to come and sign up, it would really help me out in raising my SEO on the platform so I can get more activity. So please go and sign up, and I'll put the invite in the link. So there we go. We're going to mute a computer. So but as we jump into today, we're going to get a laptop muted. I always start out at my dashboard. This is where you log in. Something I haven't been doing, but I mean to do, is the learning portal. People ask me, "Hey, can I learn this on my own?" I say, "Hey, you certainly can. Here it is right here. Here's the learning portal." Angel, you've been into the learning portal, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there are, I don't know, 60 hours of video content in the learning portal. I encourage everyone to, at the very least, go into here to the Agent Quick Start Guide. There's 23 lessons, 23 courses. Guys, this is how I learned the platform. My story is I was in a bad accident on my road bike, and I had to sit for 3 months while my shoulder was healed. And I sat there and watched these videos, and that's really how I learned the platform. So highly recommend you go to Inside Real Estate to the training portal and go in there and start watching this video. It's very helpful. Today, our subject today is email campaigns. Okay, and I'm approaching email campaigns from the perspective of permission marketing. It's a book that I've highlighted throughout this 12-week series. And what permission marketing is what allowed Amazon to grow to be the biggest retailer in the world. It's the concept of once you have somebody that raises their hand. So you can see right here, I have a couple new leads that have come in and they've raised their hand and said, okay, I'm interested in real estate. You've just received their permission, which in today's regulatory environment with all the issues around spam texting, cold calling, I mean, we're in an environment where I was on social the other day and an agent said, okay, I just got a $25,000 fine for cold calling. Don't know where they were, don't know the details behind it, but this is the environment that we're heading towards. So when someone raises their hand and gives you permission, Angel, what's the most important thing that we should do? I'll put you on the spot.
Definitely, besides what you just said, Alex, make sure when you have a conversation with people, just say, hey, I would just like to have your permission to go ahead and call you, text you, email you. So that way I can send you the most updated information as soon as possible, just to really help you get to the goals that you're trying to achieve, whether
Yeah.
you're buying or selling. So that way they don't miss a beat.
So you're driving value, you're bringing value.
Absolutely.
And what I've learned over my 3-year journey using this platform and really 25 years in real estate is that once someone gives you that permission, you really need to honor and respect it, that you don't I guess, overuse it. I mean,
Correct.
I don't know what the right phrase would be. Within this platform, you can light up a client so that their inbox is filled with information to the point where, they say, look, I want to stop and look at this lead that came in yesterday. And they got an immediate text from me and they said, stop. It's fine. It's great. They stopped it. And the system is compliant with that. So that is one thing to be aware of, but let's jump in and look at the Smart Campaign. So we're here, we are on our dashboard and it's under marketing. And we spend a lot of time in this 12-week series looking at marketing and you go into the Smart Campaigns, okay? Within the Smart Campaigns, our version of KV Core, now Bold Trail, comes preloaded with Smart Campaigns. Okay, this is different than I was talking to an agent that contacted me just this last week from Tennessee, and he looked at my KV Core, my Smart Campaigns, and realized that he didn't have all of these preloaded campaigns. So we're very fortunate that EXP provides this level of content for us. Now, with that said, it's very important, you guys, that it's easy to go and turn it on. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. But who are you as an agent? You need to ask yourself that question. What segment of the market are you going after? And is the messaging consistent with what your market is? So, Angel, what market do you focus on?
Right now I'm focusing on probates and trusts.
Okay, so with probates and trust, that's very specific messaging. And so what I've been doing for agents, I have agents that are coming to me and saying, look, I want you to set me up and I want to do this specific Smart Campaign. And so what I'm doing is going in, I'm using AI to look at probates and what was the probate and trust.
Sales.
And I'm using AI to go in and be my digital marketing assistant to generate a Smart Campaign around that certain subject. I have another person like Steve and I are focusing on the over 55 community. So I'm creating that Smart Campaign. I have another agent that's focused on newlyweds. So I've created that Smart Campaign. So I'm going to show you these campaigns that are preloaded and you can use them. I think the most important thing is to take action. Don't sit back and get caught in the weeds and go, ooh, I haven't created my own. Just get started with it. As you move forward, you can change the messaging. So let's take a look at the system library. So again, I'll go back to my dashboard just so that we're clear. I'm going to go down to campaigns and I'm going to go to the system library and we'll let that load in. So these are all given to us. You don't have to go in and program these yourself. The building out a campaign is arduous. It's not hard. It just takes time. So here is a buyer 1-year nurture. So this is already preloaded. You don't have to do anything except add it to your library and turn it on. So within this, we go to the first one and we can view it. And it says, so it says right here, the campaign can't be edited because it's a system campaign. I haven't added it. I haven't cloned it. And within here, it says, hi, first name, it's bracketed, which brings in the first name from the database. Just a quick, let's say, just a quick tip that might help you find properties with motivated sellers. Then it goes in and you know, that's the messaging that goes out. You may look at that and go, that's kind of weird. Why would I want to say that? Maybe that's not what I want to say. The point I'm trying to make here is that it's important for you to go in and read these. Okay. Load them into your campaigns, but understand what they're saying. I can tell you that when I started using the system, I went in, turned on a bunch of campaigns, and I was getting messages and calls from people, and I had no idea why they were coming at me with these questions because the smart campaigns were doing it for me. It was an aha moment. It was kind of cool, really. And so those are the campaigns. And so let's look at the campaign a little more granularly. You look at the timeline that it goes out. So this is a weekly campaign. The method that it goes out, we have emails, we have a text message down here, so on and so forth. It gives you the name, like here you have renting versus buying, making an offer. As you go through and read these, you may learn something yourself about, you know,
Absolutely.
what you need to be doing as an agent, like explaining title insurance. It says it's from the agent and it's going to the contact, and that has to do with the bracketing and the programming behind it. So if we go in here and look at the at this one, you can see that it has hi first name bracketed because it's pulling it in from the database. And then down in here, it has agent cell phone, agent first name. So all that information is being pulled in from the platform. So it is digitally branding you and making that email unique. Now, I will say that going back to my dashboard, some of these newer, like I have a lead that came in 12 hours ago. It's going to say, hi, birdcage or birdcage, because that's the name in that bracket. So it's important to go in once, like this lead came in and it didn't have the name. The person just put their email address in there. So I went and searched and found her real name by searching the email address. So these are the fun things I do to validate the leads that come in, because most of the stuff is coming in from my website, Facebook, and Craigslist. That's mainly where my leads come in. And so you don't get perfect information. But with that said, once the lead comes in, they're raising their hand and they're saying, I give you permission to market back to me. And that's I can't stress how important that is today with all the regulations that are coming down. Angel, your thoughts?
The thoughts are, once you start to understand that, your database, your clients, you really start to get a really good rapport going. And that's super important, not just right now, because we are transactional, but it helps us keep that future relationship going with our clients and having that friend base where they trust us, know us, love us, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next point, is that as you get traction, as you build that rapport, build that know, like, and trust, you're going to be in your database every single day. So every single day when you get down, you get done with whatever your morning routine is, and you're following your daily schedule, which we're all doing, right? We have our calendar and our daily events that we do. When you sit down, you're going to open up your KV Core as the first thing that you do to understand who's raised their hand, who's looking at houses, who's looking at listing valuations, who's looking at market reports, new leads that have come in. And it's important to do this, Angel, because if you have someone who's raised their hand and has gone from a new lead to now they're an active lead, and you still have the new lead campaign turned on, that messaging isn't going to be consistent.
Yeah, so it's very important to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, Alex is always a great person to ask. If you can't get a hold of him, you can definitely reach out to me and I'm more than happy to help you
Yeah.
and assist you. And if I don't have an answer, we'll default back to Alex.
That's right. So thank you for that. And so the drip campaigns are going to drip, drip, drip. My word of caution in using these campaigns, I guess would be my second one. The first one being you can over drip, but the second one is that you can easily hide behind your computer screen and let the system do it for you. But it's so important for us to make those phone calls. So I'm in the challenge with Gary. What's the Gary's challenge with Sisu? It's the
Oh, it's our 12-week challenge where we are on every day and we meet on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So
Yeah.
after KV Core, we're going to be hopping on with Gary, but we touch base about how we're actually connecting, and then we keep track of our daily activities that we're doing and tracking our performance. And that helps us because we can set a goal and we want to meet that goal. And if we're a little shy, then we go, okay, hey, there's no perfect day.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You just keep going.
Yeah. And so to that point, one of the blocks that I hear from a majority of agents out there when it comes to making those phone calls is I don't know who to call. You look at this mountain of data, like I've heard a number of influencers say, hey, put it in a spreadsheet and go from A to Z. And a number of different use a yellow legal pad. I hear Brent Gove say that, and I just want to take the legal pad out of his hand and say, Brent, we don't need to use yellow legal pads anymore because we have this system. And you see this 30 up here? This 30 is my past due task. So when I sit down at 11 to make my phone calls, I know exactly who I'm going to call because the system is active and it's telling me exactly who to call. These are people that I haven't put enough love into. In other words, I haven't called them in 30 days, or they're clients who have been active on the platform. And I need to follow up with them and see what that activity looks like, see if they're interested in listing or buying or whatever it is. So that's who I'm calling. And because I'm using the platform, using the campaigns, creating that know, like, and trust, building that rapport, I can tell you this week, I've had 8 specific calls for either listing or buyers or both with people that absolutely know who I am. I'm getting people that call me and they're having conversations with me like they know me, because every Friday I send out an update. And so I go into the templates and I have these templates that I've created. And within the templates, I have a Friday update. And so I save, whenever I'm creating a template, I always save it with my last name, Dyer. That way I can find it. But within this, I have these market updates. And so I send this out every Friday. It's me doing a video. I'll edit this and show you what it is. And this is the template I created. It's very basic. It's not too much information, but it's mainly just getting my video out to my database. And the video is just me saying, hey, today is whatever. What is the date today?
Yeah, 21st.
February 21st. This is what's going on in Sacramento and Placer County, the real estate market for February 21st. I used the squeeze page. We went over squeeze pages. Squeeze page for the market report. I just parrot the information that's in the market report. I put that into a video. I send it out to my database using the templates within the Smart Campaigns. And now I can communicate with all 2,300 contacts in my database. I put it on my YouTube channel. I put it on Facebook, and that messaging goes out, making me the absolute expert in our area. So that's Smart Campaigns in a nutshell. Let's go in. I just want to show you one more thing. So if we're in Smart Campaigns and we want to add the seller, default active seller, it's 29 points of contact, and you go in here and you can add it to your library. And it just said it was successfully added. And so you can go back into your library, and I have way too many in here. But you can go in here and look at the campaign. I don't see where it is. We'll just choose a random one. This is the campaign. It's already pre-formatted. And then if you don't like it, you can come in here and you can clone it and you can make it your own. This gets really arduous as you go through it. What I'm doing to make my Smart Campaigns, like I say, I'm going in, I'm using AI, I'm having AI go in and create an outline for me. I adjust the outline to my liking, and then I have AI go in and create the content for me that go into the individual emails. So kind of a big subject today. I'm not really sure I did it justice, but I tried to keep my content to just about a half hour. I want to have John Olson come on. John, what are your thoughts on the Smart Campaigns?
Everything you've said is perfect, and I want to emphasize just a couple of things that you said, because I've been spending that time. Number one, you look at the list of even the system campaigns that are there, it looks overwhelming. And so my suggestion for people is to start with, what are your simplest campaigns that you need on a daily basis? One is going to be brand new buyer leads or brand new seller leads, things like that. And the other thing that you've got the screen up that I would keep is that once you clone it, you can go in. And Angel said something that was important. You want to, and so did Alex. You want to look at every piece of that campaign and get to know it, but also understand it's not that difficult to alter it to your type of speaking, or to change the pace of it if you want, and make it your own. I would really highly recommend that. The thing is, like everything else we talk about, just have the discipline to dive in and start working with it.
Yeah, that's it. Discipline, consistency, and don't be intimidated by the technology. In the beginning, when I used this platform, I wouldn't remember where things were, and I was afraid I was going to mess it up. And I want to tell you right now, my funny story is I synced up my Google Contacts with my KV Core, and it downloaded all 6,000 of them into my KV Core as a new buyer lead, and automatically started the new buyer lead campaign. Every agent, every family member, everybody started getting emails from me. Yeah, I was in panic mode. I had agents calling me going, Alex, why are you sending me this thing? Okay, I went back I went back in less than 5 minutes, I was able to undo that. Because the system allows you to, it just is so good at hashtagging and all that. But I do have one buyer from that that's still engaged with me. This was 3 years ago. This guy owns a $5 million home in Orangevale, and he's gonna sell. And I've had face-to-face meetings with him. He's referred me clients. Really just an embarrassing mistake has turned into me contacting this guy who I didn't even know who he was, but he was in my Google contacts. And he and I have just built a good relationship since then. My point is not to sync up all 6,000 of your contacts and go through that, but it's easily reversible. So as you go through this process, if you're doing something and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, and you run into a block, just get a hold of me. And what I'm doing with agents is I'm coming in and I'm doing a full evaluation of your KV Core, of your database. So I have new agents that are coming to me that haven't uploaded their database yet, and they haven't gotten started with their KV Core, and they don't necessarily have time to watch 60 hours of video to learn how to use it. I offer a service where I go in and I set all that up. And I'm including a custom smart campaign in that because I've realized over time that agents today are specializing, and if they don't have that custom campaign that represents who they are, they need that. So I offer that within that $400 package. The other program that I have is 21 days to make a habit. So the 21 days to make a habit, it's a limited group, it's limited to 6. I've got a couple people that have raised their hand, but I sit on a Zoom call with 6 other agents for 21 days. We use the system, you ask your questions, and you begin to build the habit of using KV Core every day. So those are the 2 services I provide. If you need help with your KV Core, reach out. I can do an initial evaluation. And in some cases, I'm coming back and saying, I really don't think you need my help. You're there. You just need to do X, Y, and Z. So that's what I have for you guys today. I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'll come back and we will take questions.